Bro, this is gonna be very, very interesting, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna get, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be crazy. Trust that. Like, yeah, this not gonna end well, bro. This is not gonna end well, bro. Kamala got 2 strikes against her, bro. She's a person of color, and um she's a woman. So she already got a few strikes against her, bro. Now I'm now listen, y'all tap the screen for me on TikTok, and if you're on YouTube, man, hit the heart. Try to push me through the algorithm. It helps a lot. But y'all get the likes up on TikTok. We're gonna try to see if anybody disagrees. We're gonna try to have a good, productive live. But listen, bro, she's gonna lose. And there's factors at play that go against her. Whether she don't accept her blackness, but that's fine. She's a woman. That's one. And two, this is America. Well, she's a POC, a person of color. That's why she's going to lose. They didn't even want Obama in the office. They didn't even want Obama in the office, fam. You think that? Do y'all really think that they want to see a person of color behind a woman? We can forget the race, right? Just a woman. You think this country, this misogynistic country, wants to see a woman behind the running the country? But what are they going to say? She's too emotional. She's too emotional. She's a woman. And she gonna lose. I mean, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all can try to spin it any way you want to, bro. The hatred that's gonna be shown is about to be crazy, fam. The magtards, as black folks, you're doomed. As indigenous people and black folks, you're doomed either way, because if she wins, they're gonna storm the White House again. That's what they're gonna do, fam. If she wins, right? And if she loses, well, the extreme people that follow Trump will just feel like they can do whatever they want. So that's what's gonna happen, bro. You're kind of stuck in limbo. So I don't know what to tell you. She's gonna lose. It's bad. It's bad either way. Either way. Go out and vote for what side you want to vote for. This ain't about who's the better candidate, but I'm telling you why she's going to lose. I have no faith that they're going to let they're not going to let a woman, period, get in that seat. Y'all tap the screen. Y'all tap the screen for me, right? They're not letting a woman get in that seat. I promise you that. A person of color, since she denies her blackness, or she's not a black woman, that's what's being said around these streets, these streets. She not getting in that office. But go out and vote. I would love to eat my words. Okay, I would love to eat my words and say that a woman will be behind that desk, but it's probably not going to happen, bro. It's probably not going to happen. I don't know what to tell you. Y'all tap the screen for me on TikTok. We're gonna try to have some fun. Look. If you ever make Kamala, just asking for Willie Brown. See, look at him. That dude just said something dumb. And his profile name was MAGA. Fam. That woman not getting behind that desk. And if she does get behind the desk, be ready to fight. We know how this is going to turn out. If she wins, it's over. I hope y'all got y'all straps, because they going to storm the White House again and say that the election was stolen. You do know that's what's going to happen, right? She gets behind that desk, they're going to say the election was stolen. You know, the mag tarts. Oh, the mag tarts, bro. Yes.
So you said that she would lose the election.
Yes.
She's gained polls with, she's leading into polls with women.
I know that.
She's gained a 9% increase.
I know that.
See, but you're saying that I know that MAGA, right? But America already see what Trump is. I'm sorry. And what the biggest
white majority of white America does not care what Trump is.
It's not these white men. See, the thing about it,
that literally is.
No, white men. Listen, it's not. The problem is, and I'm going to say it, women in this country, black women, because when they spit in the face of women and told them, you can't do this with your body, that's pretty messed up. Come this November, I could be wrong, but I know for a fact that strong people are. And just let like I see your face. They're not going to be stupid enough to do that again. Even if they do it, trust me, she has complete control over the military. It would happen. And they're not going to be stupid enough to storm the Capitol or whatever the case may be. Because if they do it again, they're mentally prepared.
The hatred has already been spewed. Oh, bro, listen, brother. We're dealing with a misogynistic, patriarchal country. They don't want no woman behind that desk. So she's about to get attacked from every angle politically, right? And then if she loses, right, which she's going, I'm predicting she's going to lose. I don't want to be wrong. Don't get it twisted here. I don't want to be wrong. But these people have been in, I'm sorry.
Who are you voting for?
Who am I voting for? Why does it matter?
Because there are people that
if I just said, who do you think I'm voting for? If I just said that I wanted to win, who am I voting for?
So you're gonna go vote for the guy who has 34 felony charges.
If I just said I want her to win, who am I voting for?
Well, hopefully you say you're voting for her.
Because I'm not understanding how it got flipped to who I'm voting for now. But okay, I'm sorry, Kamala.
Because I hear a lot of they're saying, I've heard them say that this woman will not sit behind the desk.
Fam.
You know what I heard? A white T-man came up and called her the spook of the night. That's the thing.
Fam, you live as a black man, right? Speaking on behalf of Kamala, and I'm talking about supporting her, right? I'm just speaking I'm speaking what I assume to be the reality of the situation. That they are not going to let her get behind the desk. That doesn't mean I'm not supporting Kamala. So I don't even understand how we even got to the point that, oh, Shannon's voting for Trump.
And I'm 100% confident that a lot of strong people are going to come out. Stacey Abrams is going to come out and endorse her. She is going to get so much support from the black community and the black state. People are going to come by and rally.
Listen. I would love to believe
we make up 13% of the vote. Even if they get every single black vote possible, you're overestimating what the white swing voters are going to do.
That's all I was saying, right? That's literally all I'm saying. They don't want no black woman. I'm sorry. since y'all say she's not black or whatever, let me respect the diaspora. An Indian or Native woman behind no desk running the country. I'm being so serious here. That didn't mean I wasn't supporting them. I didn't even say don't go out and vote. I'm speaking what's gonna happen. They don't want her behind that desk.
You're embracing a level of reality that I think people have allowed TikTok land and the internet world to make them think that this country is becoming more progressive than it is, right? Like I think that y'all think the left is this, all-inclusive DEI. Everything is rainbows and sunshine. We're all going to get along and usher in a new era of equality party, right? And that's not the party that the left is truly. I think y'all have allowed what TikTok shows you to make you think that they're more inclusive than they are, right? And so I absolutely think that there is a huge, just a few swing voters, a huge section of white America that even though they want to consider themselves progressive, they don't feel comfortable with the idea
of a woman,
let alone a minority woman running the country.
And that's all I was saying.
They will vote for what they have always known as the status quo, which is letting a white man run the white male patriarchy. That's what he's saying. That's what I sincerely believe. And it is not speaking to what you want to see happen. It is not speaking to her qualifications. It is not speaking to anything other than you typically have 46 presidents. How many of them have been minorities? How many of them have been women? And from that, you can deduce what they are more than likely going to do. Okay, so one, I know what the issues are in this country. And when I look at America, I know it's messed up. It's racist. It's misogynist. I know that. Hell, I'm a black man, right? Because then you guys are making the determination whether when I'm not black or not.
I couldn't tell, but I'm sorry. Right. I apologize.
I face discrimination, police brutality. I face these discriminations as a black man. I also know that I believe that yes, I would love. Hoping is what you're saying is wrong, but I believe this, right? There is so much going on in this country right now. And Trump has 34 felony charges. He has the Epstein thing. He also, right? And I see you shaking your head. What I want people to understand is that come this November, right? These people can act the fool all they want. These white tea men can act the fool all they want. And look, women are not the women in this country. They are pissed off. They are going to lose. So, listen, if they lose the presidency, they're going to lose somewhere else. They're going to lose the House and the Senate. That's where they're going to lose that. And I guarantee you, if Donald Trump is reelected, they're going to impeach him. He's an unfit felon. They're going to impeach him. He's an unfit felon.
They already get, bro. You got more faith. You got so much faith in this country, bro.
No. Listen. Donald Trump is they impeached him. This guy is unfit. Donald Trump. We all know for a fact. This is what America did. They literally forced. They knew. See, all these white tea people knew when they went out and voted that there was a possibility that Joe Biden would step down. It was that small doubt that they knew that Joe Biden would step down. And then what happens? Who's the next person? Who was going to be the next person in line? They knew that. So my whole point, I don't give a damn what anyone says. I strongly believe that this country has been ran by men who didn't give a fuck about our country. And I think it's time for us as black people to stand united with her, because I'm not standing united with a party or with anyone that doesn't want, because I'll land with this. They've already said the quiet part out loud and to our face. And anyone who is voting against their interests, and then Donald Trump is saying out of his mouth he wants to give the police immunity. And if you don't know what that means in the black community, I think you need to go look that.
But you're speaking. You all that sounds good, bro. I don't know. I don't disagree. Yeah, the black community should come together to vote for a person of color. Cool. Stand by. I'm literally speaking on the history and at the fact that they don't want no damn woman. But I can't explain it better than problematic. I'm saying go out and support her. I'm just saying she gonna lose. I don't,
You know, there's a disconnect, or maybe I don't know. But I think what you're arguing, brother, is an ideal outcome and what should make sense versus what unfortunate realities look like. Because that's what he's speaking on. That's kind of what I'm saying, right? Is we're talking about unfortunate realities that we're facing, right? So it's not about, like I said, it's not about what we want to see happen. It's not about what we will support. It's not about what makes sense from a reasonable standpoint, right? You've clearly seen the right is not reasonable. So having a discussion as if humans in this country operate from a place of reason and logic, that's just not a, to me, it's not an intelligent conversation to have because that's not reality. These are people that are wearing band-aids on their damn ear. Okay? So that's what you're up against. And I think you have to keep that in mind when we have these discussions. Is that if you don't make me laugh, bro.
oh shit!
The people who are wearing band-aids are MAGA supporters. That's who's doing it. I don't see, you know. But what I'm saying is that that's their base. If you take away their base and you talk about the people who don't say the quiet part out loud, I think there's more of those people who don't say the quiet part out loud than y'all think. Right? I think you think that Henry down at the job site, you know, he says, "Oh yeah, I support Biden." I don't think he really votes for Biden. I don't think he really votes for Harris when he gets in that booth. I think the little things that have been hidden in the back of his mind all these years speak to him when he actually walks in the booth, right? And he votes for what he's always been comfortable with. That's what I'm saying. Now, I could be wrong. I could be proven wrong. At the end of the day, maybe I'm going to be wrong. Like Shannon's saying, that would be great if we get proven wrong. But realistically, it doesn't track when you consider the history of this country and the way that people actually behave when it's all said and done.
Go ahead, Tango. I see your mic.
Yeah, so I kind of partially agree with you, but from a more optimistic point, what's different than now with 2016 and 2020 is we've carried Georgia, we've carried Pennsylvania, which Hillary didn't get. So I feel like we don't lose those states now that we've got, Kamala now. So I feel like we may lose Nevada or Arizona, one of the two, not both. But I do think we get the South in a way, North Carolina and Georgia. And if she carries all the other states Joe carried, then I feel like that could be the state. Because the main thing is Hillary didn't lose the election because she wasn't popular, because she won the popular vote. She lost the election because there is a system set up where everybody gets the same voice, essentially. So I do understand the doom and gloom, but I do feel like you have to think a little more optimistically, just because 2020 was 4 years ago, and we were able to carry those states such as Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, and now we have an AKA, so we may carry Georgia again.
I'm gonna let you know a little secret, a little shocker. It surprises me nobody's really considered this. I don't think we won those states, honestly. What I mean by that, there's a reason that Trump lost his shit and was so convinced that the election was stolen. Like, nobody stopped to think, why is he behaving like this, like a child throwing a tantrum? You know why? I've seen this type of behavior before. It's when somebody cheats and they lose their mind because they know you had to have cheated to win. Because they're like, no, I was cheating. So if you beat me, I know you were cheating. I promise you, Trump had that election rigged, and the fact that they still lost those states you're talking about, that's why he lost his mind. He was like, wait, we rigged it. How did y'all still win? But he couldn't say that, right? He can't come out and say, I rigged the election. So that's how I know y'all cheated. But that's why he was so hell-bent on the fact that the election was stolen, because he tried to cheat, and the fact that he lost was like, nah,
Y'all are fucking around. I know y'all are fucking around. I don't put it past Democrats. I feel that. I mean, but Phil Jackson ran a triangle offense with 3 championships, so why not do it again? You know, this type of thing. If it's not broke, you know, don't fix it. But no, I agree with you because election night said the same thing. He was way too upset for a person who ran an actual clean campaign. So yeah, no, I do agree with that. But if true, why not do it again? And then right now, you know, we would have new energy. No, that's true. I mean,
I understand where y'all coming from. Like, bro, I would love to see a change. I just don't believe that a misogynistic, patriarchal country wants to see a black woman, I'm sorry, a person of color, yet alone a woman running the goddamn country. I don't think we understand how deep patriarchy and misogyny is playing a fact here. It's not that I don't want her to win, but come on now.
No, I don't think it's because of patriarchy and racism. I think it's because
I didn't say racism, but
2016.
I didn't say racism. I said misogyny.
Misogyny. But if you look at 2016, Kamala Harris, she didn't even win it to the primaries. She got 0 votes from her Democratic side, and she lost that. The only way she got in was because Biden wanted to nominate a person of color and a woman to be the first vice president, and that's how she got in. And I feel that when in the next coming months, when there is a DNC or a Democratic National Convention, there are going to be other Democrats that are going to be scrambling to try to take that position of power and put in their nomination. And I think a lot of Democrats are going to dump her under the bus, just like they have with Biden. Because if you see for the past 3.5 years, the whole left side has been saying that, oh, Biden's the best choice. He's fully capable. He's in sound mind and all that stuff. And then within the past, month, the media has turned on him. And within the past week, they completely shoved him under the bus. Hasn't shown his face in a week. And then they say they send out a letter on X saying that he drops out. And so I think that since they dropped Biden,
last week they've been playing Weekend at Bernie's with his carcass for the last 3 weeks. So that could be why.
yeah, but also, I mean, but look at what they did to Biden. So what makes you think that the left side isn't going to do that with Kamala? Now all of a sudden that she's their saving grace, and all the left side is saying, oh, she's fit, she's smart, she's a superwoman, and she's going to win. What makes you think that they're not going to turn on her like they did with Biden?
The main reason that they won't turn on
Hold on, one second, Tango. I just got. If y'all say that she's not black, one more time in the comments. It literally says black/POC. Black/person of color. Like I put both of them there. You'll be all right. Go ahead, Tango. Well,
So
and then
I think the Democrats won't have a jungle primaries because we are the party that had that in 1968. We don't want that to repeat of that. We've gone through that already. We won't go through that again.
How many people actually remember that? That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but I think everyone in office who's vying to be the Democratic nominee knows that history, and they know we never really recovered from that until like the 2000s with Bill Clinton. So I think the party is going to be like, hey, look, if you want to be president, you've got 8 years to do that. But right now, we have a person we need to get behind, and you can run for vice. And that's I think that is the main direction that we're going to go. We already know what that looks like, so we won't do it again. Now, if you said the Republicans would do it, I would say, okay, that makes sense because they haven't gone through that as a party. They've been united for a good 40 years or so since the 60s and stuff. We have not. So yeah, I don't think that happens.
well, hold on. Before you go back and forth with them, let me see if what the ladies have to say.
Let's just come together.
Huh?
Let's talk about Kamala.
Is that not? Are we doing it?
I'm only up here for a couple of my things. That's why I'm up here. There's 143 of y'all in here. Can y'all please tap the screen to 30K? That would be great. Y'all, can y'all please tap the screen at 30K? Gifts are appreciated. Subs are appreciated. you know, but tapping the screen is free. If you don't want to work, just say that. Also, Kamala Harris, her mother is Asian and white, and her father is Jamaican. He is a black man.
Yeah.
If you do not like the fact that he is a black woman,
Ooh.
a Asian woman, something wrong with you. And also unbiased. It has a lot to do with misogyny and patriarchy when it comes to politics. Because before they would ever let Kamala in there, they would rather put Trump back in there. Let's be for real.
And that's a black woman. That's a black woman that just said that.
That's a black woman. I mean, I want her to win just as much as anybody else. But we got to speak in real.
But are you going to be one of the ones that flips on her as soon as someone else comes in?
Why would I do that? Why would I?
Because that's exactly what the left seems to have been doing.
I'm not a leftist, nor am I a conservative. I'm an independent. I'm not on either side. I'm just speaking the reality.
Wait, hold on. Wait, unbiased. What happened? Hold on. Wait, because I missed it. Y'all fussing too much. Unbiased. What happened? I'm sorry. I missed what happened.
What's up?
You had said something. There was a rebuttal. What happened?
Yeah, first one from Tango. And Tango was saying why he doesn't believe that there's going to be another nomination or another person in the DNC because that's what happened in 1966.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mara came in and she was saying tap, tap, tap. And then Zena came in saying that she doesn't believe or that Kamala is black because her dad was black. And so she said that she wants to see Kamala in office. Saying you're
Wait. No, I'm biased. No. Everything you just said is absolutely wrong. That's not what I said. Maureen did not say anything about tapping the screen. She said that we need to come together and talk about Kamala. I said tap the screen. I said I came in so that people that needed to tap the screen at 30K because there was 140 people. And I also said, as much as I want Kamala in there, I'm going to speak realistically. She's not going to win because they would rather have another white teen man in office than a black woman. And I said that she is a black woman.
And how did Obama if they want a white teen man?
I said that she is a black woman because her father is a black Jamaican man and her mother is Asian and white.
Okay, but it's contradictory because Obama.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you. Let me ask you. You said.
But he's still a. Hold on, Marie. Hold on, Marie. Hold on. She was literally born and raised in Oakland, California. I don't know what are y'all talking about. Like y'all don't know anything about these candidates or anything. Most of y'all don't even need to be in politics. Second of all,
it seems like you're getting your feelings over anger right now.
Second of all,
Yes, ma'am.
Second of all,
Speak to me.
Obama is a man. They would have rather put Obama in office because he is a man. It has nothing to do with him being black at that point. They didn't care at that point. They wanted somebody who was a man.
Who was running against Obama? Wasn't it Kerry?
I voted for him 2 times. I absolutely did. Love Obama.
It was another man that was running against Obama.
Kerry. Yeah.
No, not
Right. So before
You're saying I don't know my politics.
So before they would ever put a woman in office, they will put a man in office because this country was founded on patriarchy and misogyny. That is the whole entire point of what Shannon was saying, and you absolutely do not know what you're talking about. I would love for Kamala to be a president. I would love to see that, right? But we know, reality-wise, as Black people, we are not going to see a Black woman in office anytime soon.
No,
Because
that's
this
not
country
true.
is still. Maureen, don't. Maureen, don't. We know as Black people, we are not going to see that anytime soon because they would rather put a man. We know that they would rather.
Why
We
not?
know that they would rather. You know what?
So,
Why
I just
Why?
unbiased.
You are a president.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Hold on, Maureen. What was your question, Maureen?
Yeah, you
What was your question?
Tell me why she would not be president. Tell me why.
Because she's a woman. That's
I mean,
literally it.
there's a lot of- yeah.
She's
Because she's a woman.
because she's a woman.
That's one of the main reasons.
So what Unbiased was saying earlier if the Dems do put a different person out there, those of us who are planning on voting blue, if let's say that does happen, are we going to vote for the guy that they put in power because we don't want Trump in that situation?
No, I'm voting for women's rights. I'm not like viable of giving birth anymore because I'm older, but I'm voting for younger women.
See,
And I support women. And women were not allowed to vote.
Okay, that's respectable.
Yeah,
You have every right as a man.
There's
You
there's
have-
not there's
We're not
nothing.
allowed to vote.
you're right.
The country was raised on white tea men that did everything. And sorry, I cursed.
You're fine.
It's horrible to me. I don't support that. We are women, we give birth, and I support women's rights. So if you are with a person that can tell women what to do with their reproductive cells as a person, as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
are you literally telling me that women have no rights? They just are dismissive. Women give birth, and we can shut the whole country down.
When did we say that in this panel? I get the analogy, but I'm trying to correlate it to the topic.
I know. I got really, really in my feelings because I'm a 70s person and I've been there, done that. My mother didn't want me, and I support. Hey, I have my kids, and I love my kids. But I'm born of a person, a woman that
You've been drinking, Maureen.
Wait.
No, I'm not being funny. You've been drinking some wine.
2 glasses of wine. Why is that relevant?
Ma'am.
I can tell a drunk ramble when I hear one. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, like I really can. Problematic.
It's not problematic. It's bad.
Okay, so with that being said, I think women should support women. I think men should support women. I just don't see. Okay, so let me put it like this: if the majority of men today, maybe I can spin this easier, so the panel will understand me, so y'all won't get it wrong. If the is that Keith? What is that? That's J Bond. Hold on, I'm gonna let you up in a second, but let me explain it. But if the majority of men, right, today, still don't even view women as human beings, but rather be sex objects, they have stupid discussions, right, on women should be submissive, women need to get back in the kitchen, women need to do all this. If that is the mindset of men, do you really think that the majority of fucking men, right, and people, and even women with internalized misogyny, right, are going to sit here and say, yeah, the majority of people in America are going to put a woman, yet alone a black woman. We haven't even had a Caucasian woman yet, right? A woman in the seat. Is that really what y'all telling me, Pam?
No, you literally just told me, like, as a woman who cooks and cleans. So why would I not elect a black woman as a
If
president?
that's
I didn't say that.
what
Oh my God. Oh my Jesus Christ, man! I think you missed it. I said if the majority of men already do not respect women as a whole, they have stupid conversations on women being submissive. Women need to get back in the kitchen. Women need to do all this and that. If that is the mindset of a man, and women also have that same mindset, okay? Do you honestly think, with that mindset being ingrained in a lot of people who haven't did the unpacking, do you really think that a black woman, yet alone a woman, is finna be running the country?
Yes, I do.
I think so.
Yes, I do.
That's correct.
No, you couldn't clean
All right.
as
I don't know. I try. Y'all go ahead.
In this run, have we if we can decision that her losing may have been because
What?
I think that was and that's
that part of the swamp will be
The swamp.
people that are
Hold on, Javon. I'm trying to switch it. I'm trying to get you up in here.
Yeah. I don't think Kamala has been in politics for a while. I think she carries the baggage that Hillary Clinton, the conspiracy of her like that. I mean, neither unbiased, she's unlikable.
The conspiracy.
yeah.
There was just countless conspiracy. There were things about things that going on. Some most true, but the idea that was put out there during
What was it?
Was never
there were countless things.
proven. The conspiracies that came out. She is a politician, just for Bill. And
Javon's request. It won't let me bring you up.
Decades of politics and people that, and it seems like more over politics than what the majority of
Trump got the right as being an outsider. He's like, oh, I'm not like them. I've been doing this for 20 years. So he got to ride that wave of being an outsider. Does he get to do that against Kamala?
no. Kamala was in protect for what since like the 2000s,
Yeah, I think 2010.
She.
something like that, yeah. And also the conspiracy with like the emails and stuff too, with that she wiped her hard drive, and I think that was a big thing for her in losing the election. Was the emails? It seemed to make her more corrupt than what people already thought. So those are the conspiracies. But back to the host's question, I don't think there is as much misogyny with men that you think there is.
Oh, it is.
I think that's like there definitely is misogyny in the world today and in the United States, but I don't think it's as prominent as what your statement said. Like, especially with we're going off of history, based off of what the history of the United States have been.
Mhm.
Yeah, obviously it was, I mean, all male dominated, but we're moving towards the future, I think, and we're being more progressive in a way to say, okay, well, women are just as powerful as men, which I do believe that. And so I think we're evolving to a more progressive state than what it used to be.
Okay,
compared to, like, in the 50s and 40s.
moving towards something does not equate to the overwhelming majority. There are people that still hold on to those traditional values, those traditional type of mindset, and that's a collective. That's the collective group. And I do actually think that that's the majority of
It's
people.
like, I'm corrected. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
What was that word?
You said especially.
Especially what?
Yeah, no, you said especially. I have you on video.
Yeah.
Especially. That's false. There's no X.
Okay, thank you for correcting me in my grammar.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
political debate.
I'm a history major.
I can hear those 2 glasses of wine.
Okay.
Because that has nothing to do with politics. It seems like you're trying to demean me based off my grammar.
I'm still educated. I'm still highly educated. And you said false words. I didn't say false words. You did. So you can go ahead at me again. Let's go.
Wait, what? Wait, huh? What?
You said false words.
Did I miss something? Was there like some subliminal attacks being shot at?
Someone.
He can't talk back to me because he's so sad because I corrected him on his grammar.
On one word, especially.
Problematic. Hear me carefully. You have been given God tier powers.
Look, we're not. I'm just going to say this. I don't deal with that, and this is what this is. When he came up here, we were having a conversation. I think it was going pretty well. But he comes up here, he deflects and defers the conversation. And no respect to you, sir, but anyone who votes for the devil's lettuce, I don't communicate or even talk to, because I've been called the N-word. This woman has been called a dark of the night. No offense, but I don't deal with racists.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, you.
Wait.
I have been very respectful this whole time. I have been giving you my point of view.
You're a MAGA. That's what you are. You're a MAGA. I don't give a damn how you label. You're a MAGA.
Okay, and that's your point of view.
No,
I respect that.
let me explain to you.
And this is why we should have debates.
No, hold on. I'm going to talk.
Wait, did I miss that?
No, yeah, you did. I caught it when he came up. But see, I'll say this, host. I don't support a man who's a rapist. I don't support a man who's a 34-time convicted felon. I will not support you. This man got blasted in the ear, and we call for unity. But his whole political career, in his 4 years, this man has done nothing but show his colors of ugliness, put a full-page article out against black men and brown men. I don't need to hear it from you.
Can you find that article?
No, I don't need to bring. Go do your own fucking homework.
Okay, that's a typical.
So you support, unbiased debate, you support Trump?
So what's gonna happen is there is gonna be a respectful debate.
I have been respectful this whole debate.
Unbiased. I'm talking to everybody. I don't care who it is. Maureen, please mute. Thank you. I'm talking to everybody. If the host is speaking, that means you need to be on mute. If the host is having to say something, that means you need to be on mute. Also, Shannon, fix your layout so that people can chat better. So problematic. We both up here. I don't know what you want to do, how you want to do these superpowers, but I'm actually getting things ready for bed. But I will be up here because there is a couple of things I do want to address. So.
I'm pretty much, unless it gets really disrespectful, letting people do her thing. Like Maureen, honestly, even though she's been drinking, she's mildly entertaining. That's why I let her stay up here. So I mean, I'm chilling. It's good.
I can't really fix it like this with these many people. So I don't know what y'all want me to do.
Yeah, you can. Good.
Which you talking about fixed grid, right? Or
No, not fixed. Go to grid. Don't go to fixed grid because then you can't fix it. You can't change it.
I can't fix it now. It's already here. We're already here.
No, just hear me out. Listen to me, Shannon.
I'm listening to you.
Did you press grid?
Yeah, it says you when a guest connects, layout will be shown.
Okay, so what you need to do is go to guest, click on guest again. Click on your name with a little perforated box. Just a little perforated, yeah. There you go.
Bet.
Come on now. Why? See, why do you think I be wanting people to make me a mock? Because I be helping them out.
Hey, listen. I'll all right. Javon has sent the request, but he didn't come up. So I'm trying to see if he's even here. Did anybody else? There's nobody else in the guest box. So who is new up here? Ty Turner?
Both Day and Ty are new. But whoever you want to go first, up to you.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Discussion, man. Love the discussion.
Appreciate you. Go ahead.
Feel like America's come far enough to elect a black woman as president?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, because I wouldn't say anything. I was just wondering if he wants to weigh in on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
This is the big. For me, I tend to lean right. I'll tell you right, I'm a black man who I am supporting Trump. I don't have a problem with a black woman or any woman, because I believe at the end of the day, like was said earlier, that women at the end of the day, can do anything that they want to do, especially in our society. But at the same time, I believe the right woman, obviously, believe it or not, in 2016,
Sure.
Hold on, Marie. You gotta let people finish their talking points.
In 2016, I believe that Hillary was a very, very, exceptional woman who was very, very qualified. But honestly, as it relates to this election right here, as it relates to Kamala, what I don't agree is ultimately for the last 2.5 years, I haven't seen anything that impressed me, truthfully. I know she's been a prosecutor. I got all that stuff like that. I understand that. Her record itself, I didn't agree with. But with this process with the Democrats, they pretty much just anointed someone and appointed her.
Put your mic on mute.
And so, truthfully, at the end of the day, I don't agree with that. And I've been through the process of electing a person because they're Black. We did that with Obama. I was a huge Obama supporter. I was working his campaigns. But truthfully, the outcome didn't match the drive that put into his campaign. So just looking at race, that doesn't do anything for me. We're dealing with very, very, trying times right now. We're dealing with wars all over the world. I've seen her on the world stage, and truthfully, I don't feel like she's the person to be on the world stage right now. So honestly, in this election right now, if she can change my mind, I don't believe she can. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that I believe that women can, a Black woman, if she's the right woman, take a shot at it. But right now, Kamala didn't even go through a primary. She hasn't even been challenged. And so her first election, she didn't even get past the first primary. Didn't even get 1% of the vote, had to drop out. So truthfully, for me, she's untested, especially when it comes to the political realm. Honestly, that's how.
Oh, let me ask a question. Why is she not over Trump based on Trump's criminal past?
That has nothing to do, because ultimately, at the end of the day, when it comes to those cases, if you look at New York and even the case itself, it was a hamstrung case. It was a federal case itself that was tied together with the expired. They went through everything to get this man case, and those 34 counts are nothing but checks. So every one of those checks that was written towards Michael Cohen was the charge. So it wasn't. So it's basically one misdemeanor that was tied up and made into a felony. And ultimately, that was something that was unprecedented in New York. So just think about it. We have a polarized country right now. He's a Republican. He's one of those individuals that's not really liked. In New York City, getting a jury of your peers, she had no chance. Had no chance. And even when it came to the judge, he didn't even question the jury. They were able to go home. When normally when it comes to a jury, you're sequestered, you got to be away from everybody. So even when it comes to the case itself, it's going to go to appeal. It's going to get thrown out, because ultimately a lot of and then with the Supreme Court, they're going to even question that. That's why they pushed the sentencing back. It was supposed to be a sentence on the 11th. So they're pushing that back. So ultimately, we might see that get thrown out. It might be too back by the time of election. He may not be a felon anymore. So truthfully, no one takes that case seriously at all.
So the reason he won't be a felon is because he packed the court. He's not losing his felony because he was found. He's not losing his felony conviction because he's right. He's losing it because he put the right people on the Supreme Court.
Because the appeals court's in New York. Okay.
That's not a federal case, it's a state case. It has nothing to do.
There's nothing to do with the Supreme Court.
Even still, though, gentlemen, y'all can say it has nothing to do with the state court. He can take it up to the Supreme Court, and that's how it will be able to be, and that's how it will be able to be overturned. You have to understand. Yes, that's true.
Take an individual
What are you talking about?
state court case to the Supreme Court.
Also, couldn't the attorney general he's going to choose, couldn't he?
No, he could not.
The attorney general he's going to choose can choose to put it in front of whatever judge he wants. There can be a judge in New York who is a conservative judge.
No, the attorney general.
They don't discuss it in New York.
Yo, it's too many fucking people talking at once. Hold on, wait a second.
It'd be the same thing that happened with Eileen Cannon.
Lord, I don't know what is going on. Everybody is talking at the same goddamn time, bro. Who was talking first, fam? Like we adults. Ty, unmute your mic, continue, and then somebody else can jump in when you finish and rebuttal. And then we got to get to Day. Ty, unmute your mic.
I'm back. You hear me?
Yeah, that was me. I muted you, but go ahead. I muted everybody.
My thing I'm just asking, okay, why is it if a conservative judge rules in his favor, But if a liberal judge rules against him, the liberal judge is considered right. Now, if a conservative judge rules against him, now she's considered wrong. See, that's the thing about when it comes to the justice system. First of all, New York and Florida are two different places. All right. And even if and that was a federal case that she threw out. And this state case was something that was created in a liberal area. So we have a polarized political system, man. Everything is blue and red. So if he was in Washington D.C., that's a liberal area. That's a blue area. If he was in New York, it's a blue area. So at the end of the day, the people in New York City, so they're not going to like Donald Trump. That's why people have questions about it. You know, when
that's not why they don't like Donald Trump. They don't like Donald Trump because New York doesn't like Donald Trump because of the simple fact that he got sued by New York State and the United States for being racist. Like, you have to be that much of a person for the United States.
Hold on. Before y'all wait. Before y'all start doing y'all back and forth, let me at least let Day get in here. Let me at least let Day say so he can say what he got to say. Day, go ahead.
Well, okay, I guess I'm here to kind of represent younger voters, maybe black voters. I don't know, because I am young and black. But
What? How old are you? How old are you, Day?
Thanks. But I'm 18. But I think that the hatred will be televised, but I don't think it will necessarily be because of her race. I think it's going to be definitely because she's a woman. I can already see it on Twitter. You know, all these people, you know, calling her promiscuous, saying she slept her way to the top. I just don't think people are ready for a woman in charge. Yeah, but at the same time, I think we shouldn't really be myopic. I don't think we should just say, "Oh, it can't happen." So, you know, there's no reason to get behind this candidate. I still think
brother, I never said that. I don't. Nobody on the panel has said it. Nobody on the panel has said that. But I gotta live in reality, man. Like, I literally said go out. I literally said go out and vote. Like, I want you to go out and vote. But understand this: because she is black and she's a woman, the world don't want, not the world, but the USA does not want a woman in power. I strongly, based on the history, right? I don't think that they want a woman running. And then because people still hold to those traditional values that a woman can't lead. A woman need to sit her ass in the kitchen. A woman can't do that. The problem is feminism. They got out the house and all that shit. That's going to play a factor, fam. That's going to play a factor. It's a lot of men, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, Mexican, whatever, right? That hold on to those type of views, but they gonna call it emotional. Trump's gonna have her way with her in the debates because he's a troll, he's a bully, and he's gonna bully them.
I mean,
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, once again, I would just say I wouldn't go with the self-fulfilling prophecy because honestly, we just saw one of, like, you know, the biggest donation days for any campaign ever in all of American history. That's amazing. $80 million in less than 24 hours. That's impressive. I think people are really feeling good.
That's amazing. I know she broke history today. Okay, Maureen, you keep unmuting your mic. Go ahead, and you got an echo.
You got echo. You got Maureen, come back. We just have to drop because that echo is nasty.
Yeah, I guess before I wrap up here, I guess one final thing I would like to say is that honestly, I trust the American people. You know, I think Democrats need to stop lying about Trump. Honestly, like, there's so many things you could go for him, go at him for. I don't think calling, like, Trump racist is the move. I don't think calling Trump, you know, a supporter of Project 2025 is the move. He already denounced that. Why don't we go for the clear, obvious target that is his insurrection that he tried to lead on January 6th? Oh wait, can I say that? I don't know.
Yeah, you can, because I don't play by TikTok rules. Yeah.
Like, well, don't we go for the huge false elector scheme which he proposed and he almost got through?
He never proposed it, so
to approve. Yes, he did. It was Eastman who proposed it, but he went through it.
So Day, you're young, right? I'm not trying to get on you for your age, but I would love for you, if you possibly can, look up Donald Trump versus the United States and what he was sued for by the United States. He literally is a racist. If you are being sued by the United States for racism, you are branded a racist. He has been a racist.
So where is that case then?
Not true.
Unbiased.
Never heard of that case.
I can literally pull up the case right now. It's still in the books.
What you doing?
It's in US.gov.
Are you
Literally still in the books.
Please
What
pull it.
Jay is saying is like, has that helped us at all in any election? Saying talking about his racism.
Is there a reason that I'm being interrupted?
I didn't interrupt you, Jay. My fault.
Sure.
But
I'm just trying to figure because it's like I don't get what it is with people wanting to support Trump so bad. Because at the end of the day, even if he wasn't a racist, he's still the same president that Roe versus Wade was overturned. And not only is Roe versus Wade not just for abortion rights, it's for the right to privacy. He took away the right to privacy for everybody, which means that HIPAA
Can I intersect?
is not even it doesn't even matter no more. HIPAA literally is just null and void at this point.
He didn't take away Roe versus Wade. He sent it back to each single state like it should have been, so each single individual state can
Versus Wade
vote
was
on Roe v. Wade. That's why you see it on your YouTube and your ads, vote for against or against Roe v. Wade. He didn't take away Roe v. Wade.
versus Wade.
Wait,
Trump
yeah,
was
yeah.
president in 2020. He was president in 2020. Okay, he wrote it back in 2020.
My bad,
You're
Jeffrey.
to have it where the states can vote for themselves
Actually,
if they want abortion or not. He didn't ban abortion.
Okay, so y'all getting out of hand again. I'm listen, I like to host. I do like to host, but I don't like muting people, Mike. And once it get too crazy, problem just gonna start dropping people off the panel. That I'm
We're all about women's rights. Women's rights. Let's talk about women's rights.
why?
I just want
I-
to finish my statement. I keep getting interrupted. I just want to let y'all know. Right to privacy is the main thing we need to be focusing on, regardless of whether it's abortion or not. Right?
Yes.
We that already been established by anyway. Like that was already being established by the same Roe versus Wade thing was basically for individual people, individual levels. That was for that's why we have a hip, even though it's still on what is really null and void because Roe versus is not even if you had something you told the doctors that you didn't want anybody else to know.
Zena, you have a loading icon on you.
I'm gonna say what I need to say in like 20, 30 minutes because yeah, I'm so just give me a minute.
That's fine.
I
Now-
have a question on the debate.
What?
Sued my state for they violated my rights.
Okay, what rights
What,
did
what,
they violate?
yeah, I'm trying to learn.
My background history of my medical conditions, they put it poignant. They dipped into my medical history and they put it on blast.
The state put your medical history on
state?
blast.
Yes,
How did they do that?
because they decided to go into my. I told you they.
But you said that I'm trying. I don't know, ma'am. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Was this for a job? What was this?
Like I don't know the correlation.
Yeah.
Because you said the state put it on blast. So like, okay, was it a hospital? I mean, was it a hospital? Was it a job? I don't know what that means. The news?
It was on the news and state. I'm a state person. I work for the state, and my medical history was put out there.
No, it's against HIPAA.
No,
They can't do
yes,
that.
it did.
So if you're saying that you sued them for that, that is your right to sue them for that, but I highly doubt that happened.
I absolutely did.
So the overturning.
Can
of
y'all
Roe v.
tap the
Wade,
screen
states
for me
were-
so we keep the
states were
live going?
showing that they were going to be extreme on abortion. Why did President Trump still send those back to the state?
First of all, the Supreme Court did.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
but here's the thing. Why?
Hold on. It was a case that went to the Supreme Court,
Yeah,
which
They
brought
were
into
still
question
talking about
Roe
one.
versus Wade.
But he put
Ultimately,
the three justices on the court that made it where they got the majority. Why would he put extreme judges on the case if we knew that it was going to be this dramatic with these states?
Actually, they didn't know that case was going to come up.
All right, so hold on, wait. Y'all keep y'all thoughts. I'm trying to let Jesse or Jess. How do you say your
Thinking about
Jesse.
Let's say,
man? If you saying that you sued the state, what more can I do? It seemed like you went after the state for what was done to you. Like, so when you say talking about your case, do you want me to censor your case for a second?
oh, but I won, and I got like a 6-figure.
Okay, then who cares?
What do you want to do? It?
Of a case.
That's a lot of wine.
No, that's more.
One is a lot of wine.
lots.
6 is in the hundreds of thousands, 7's million, but yeah. So what are we talking about your case?
I own property in Connecticut. I own property in New Hampshire.
But what, who cares?
Okay, cool. So like, because the Lord's grace is really holding. Jesse, please.
Well,
Yo,
obviously, you don't have nothing. So
I never said I did. I'm trying to let everybody speak, but it seemed like you want to censor yourself a little bit. But then I guess I'm coming across as
I
me.
do.
What? Oh man, come on now. I love you, but you have a good one. I love because you literally just said that you wanted to censor yourself, and I'm over here trying to talk about Kamala. I'm trying to talk about why she's going to lose, and you talking about censoring yourself.
she wanted to have a conversation by herself.
Anyway, just go ahead, please.
So I don't think Kamala being, or Miss Harris, because I don't know how to pronounce her name, I don't think her being a woman or her being black is going to be an issue. I think the biggest issue is how is the rest of the world's leaders going to view her? Are they going to view her as strong or weak? Because we need to have a strong presence. Now, how are they going to view her? Putin right now has already stated publicly that if Trump is reelected, he is willing to go to the table to have peace talks with Ukraine.
Yep.
So, I mean, right there, that's showing right there that Putin views Trump as a stronger person in the office and a stronger leader than Biden is.
Is that a place of strength? Is that a place of strength, or is that a place of manipulation?
So I also have one question. I got one question though. The world still doesn't even look at women as equal, so it still would have some. It still would. But listen, it still would have something to do with her being a woman. Then,
Well,
But not from our point of view. It'd be from the
yeah.
world's
Oh,
point of
well, our point of view is still.
view.
If we already question,
Italy, though.
if we already
She's
questioning,
elected a prime minister. She's Republican.
look at the EU.
She looks very strong.
Just really quick. I just have a really quick question. Jesse, do you I'm sorry, y'all. Please give me just one moment. Jesse, are you threatened by women? No, do you find women to be a threat to you? No, actually, I was just making an opinion that I think this is how everyone else is going to view her from the world point of view. How are they going to view her?
do you agree with me?
Biggest issue.
You agree with me? You literally agree with me.
I think it's going to be the overwhelming issue.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say I'm going to vote for her because of that. I'm saying that's going to be an overwhelming issue.
No, but I'm literally saying I'm saying because misogyny, right? That the world does not want to see a woman.
I don't agree.
You got 50 fucking presidents. Like, what are we talking? That's men. You never seen a woman president, and then they already. As a black man in America, do you think that they want, as a black man in America, do you think that they want a white man or a black woman in that chair?
Check this out. The rest of the world does not have progressive views. Russia does not have China does not have progressive views. North Korea does not have
Majority of the but hold on, but hold on, brother. I'm not trying. I swear to God, I'm not trying to fuss with you. The most of the world ain't America not truly progressive. They wearing a mask. What you mean? But because they're wearing. But
what has she done for the last 3 years that will let you know she's ready? Just because she's been the vice president. What has she done?
But that's we can talk about that, but that's not what I'm talking.
She's in charge of border control, and she didn't do what she said she was going to do.
Joe Biden, she has a 30% approval rate, bro.
Well,
She's very disliked as a political figure. It's not because she's a woman.
But a lot of the factors, if you contextualize America's history of how men look at women, we don't want no fucking what. We still think that they weak.
Look at how America views Michelle Obama. She would be a very
That's not the majority.
political.
Not the freaking majority. Not the majority of.
I think she would win versus Trump because she has the Obama name, and she was very strong with Obama. Yes.
Not the majority. All right, y'all got it. Y'all got it. If you don't think that the misogyny is playing a part here, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
So what is the purpose of a vice president? The purpose of a vice president is to succeed a president should they be removed from office or die in office or something would happen where they can answer. Purpose would be to succeed it. So obviously a white man who was the president viewed that she was worthy of doing that. So she
For the first time, oh my God, for the first time in history. And then it took us centuries later to actually get our freaking first black male president. And then we're gonna think that a black woman is coming, what, 10 years after?
She didn't even claim she was black until she was represented. She was South Asian when she
Okay, I'm sorry. Black person of color. I understand Kamala says
Please call her a
person of color. Bro, she a woman. Okay, she a woman. She a woman. They don't want a woman.
So if she wasn't able to do it, she wouldn't be vice president because if something would have happened.
Even when she was on the stage, all she was doing was laughing and making the wrong statements. What vice president has ever done anything? Vice president has ever been.
The job of the vice president is to succeed the president should something happen.
Same thing with Richard Nixon's was too.
What was Dick Cheney's initiative that would have gotten him elected
Oh
president?
shit. Yo.
What foreign Dick Cheney had a good foreign policy that would have gotten him elected president? Come on. I was a kid then.
Oh, my bad, Zena. Hold on, Zena. Let me mute up real quick. Who is talking right now?
I think that's Buns. I think he just came in.
No, it's not. Buns loaded. Huh?
Even Joe Biden, I would give Joe Biden credit. He led it and brought the auto industry back during the Great Recession.
Joe Biden also did the quid.
I would give him props.
They also did the crime.
He was in charge of all the auto industry back when they about. So Joe Biden did. I would give him props.
You're not gonna call out the.
But border crossings are down since Kamala took over. No, border crossings are down. They are gone. I couldn't bring up the statistic because you won't believe it because of the source. He finally closed the border after 2.5 years in the election year. Border crossings have been down for the last 2 years. This year, he closed them down last year. For the entire 4-year term. The borders have been closed.
All right, so y'all getting out of hand again. Like, you got to do one person talking. I've been trying not to interrupt.
Dip off for a little bit, guys. I might be back later, but thank you for the debate.
Oh, no problem, man. Appreciate it.
What's what should be allowed in America and live, but it seems like a lot of the lives are very like left or right. And I appreciate you guys talking.
I appreciate you too, man.
Like we should be able to as Americans.
Thank you, bro. You have a good one.
As VP, do the.
I'll be back.
All right. You too. Now, who was talking?
So, can I ask? I got a question. Sorry, I just had a question for Jesse, really quick. And just honestly for any man on the panel, because my connection was crazy and I couldn't get in my thing, so I guess y'all didn't hear me when I asked the question. But Jesse, do you find women to be a threat to you?
He said no.
You should know that.
I'm literally asking the question because
I don't view women
just the only reason why I'm asking is because it has to do with what you said about Putin and Trump. So there was and what you had said that they would see that if a woman would be strong enough or whatever. So I'm asking you as a genuine question. This is not to no shade or anything. Do you find women to be a threat to you?
Let me
I answered you 3 times. No.
No, you don't find women to be a threat to you?
No.
Why?
Why would I view a woman as a threat to me? Threat to me what? Like threat to me physically? Threat to me how?
Just a good girl.
No, I don't, because I don't. Why would women be a threat to me? Why would anybody be a threat to me?
And that's the biggest thing that Shannon was trying to say when it comes to Kamala being president, right? Because the world, right? Because the world, and this is just with men in general. Men do not see women as a threat to them because we're viewed as weak. We're viewed as less than. We're viewed as emotional. We're viewed as someone, a being that really is not able to delegate well, right? And because of that, that's one of the main reasons why Kamala will lose. Because if she becomes president, there will be an influx of other countries because they see women as weak that will attack America as much as they possibly can. Anytime a woman has been in any type of position of power, there has always been another man or another country that is male dominated to find a way to dominate that woman because they view that woman as weak. That is why that Putin is more willing to have talks with Trump, and Putin does not like Trump. This is already being established. Putin doesn't like Trump, but he's only doing this because, again, I see what Tango was saying. I think it's more of a manipulation tactic than anything, instead of just an olive branch. If it was truly an olive branch, she wouldn't have been so against Trump when he was first president the first time. So, like,
Russia collusion. They said it was wrong.
there wasn't. To be honest with you, as much as I don't like Trump, I don't believe that there was any Russian collusion. If anything, it was more. If anything, I feel like it was more of the inside than anything else.
Dacia was paid for $1 million from
We know the
Zena, you realize that the Queen of England ruled for 70 years, right?
right, and that
And how many times was she challenged? How many times was she challenged? She was challenged more than once.
Did she bring over 2 billion people together and rule for 70 years?
No, she did not.
She was in a position that demanded that.
There was a reason why the whole entire world celebrated her unalivement. The whole world celebrated her unalivement. And it wasn't because she was the greatest queen that ever ruled. It was because of a lot of things that she did.
Wait, time out. We talking about Queen Elizabeth. Oh, wait, hold on, give me a second. We talking about Queen Elizabeth II, right? The first?
The second. She was the second.
So hold on, Bums. Which one were you talking about, Buns? Hold on, Zena, mute your mic real quick.
He was saying that because Queen Elizabeth was a woman who ruled the Queen of England.
But he said that she had one war. She was. Like, look at bro. Falkland Wars, War on Terror, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Like, bro, it says she saw numerous wars as a queen. She saw numerous wars as a queen. But, oh my God, the spinning, bro, the spinning that y'all do, fam. The spinning that y'all do, fam. The moving of the goalpost, bro. You cannot be serious, bro. She's still the leader.
No, she is the figure.
All right, cool, bro. All right, the president. All right, go ahead. You got it, bro. Because you got it. This shit is crazy.
Joe Biden been tried in 4 years.
I'm sorry.
Weak.
I said, how many times has Joe Biden been tried in 4 years?
0. What are we talking about?
0.
He's never been tried.
What are we talking about?
He stared Russia down. And now look, their boys are getting X's on their eyes every week. Russia is losing young men every week, and we're visiting. Russia is being destroyed. If you really look on the ground, the boys in Russia are leaving Russia at the highest pace. Though it be death or though it be immigration, because they are afraid for their lives. Ukraine is destroying Russia, and that is why.
Drafting 16-year-old
because Russia is drafting 16-year-olds. Listen, we're not going to sit here and say Ukraine isn't smaller than Russia. What is Ukraine like right now? Ukraine, listen, Russia may have
too many heads talking at one time, fam.
Russia has the weapons that are shooting at the buildings of Ukraine. Ukraine is shooting at the people of Russia, and they are winning. the soldiers.
You believe that,
Bro, the thing is about it. Listen.
Wait, how do we get to? How did we even get here, fam?
One thing that this has shown me with the Gaza situation and with the Russian-Ukraine situation from the American standpoint, we looked the international community in the eye and said, we're going to do whatever we want. And that is what we've been doing these last 2 years. And they have not done anything to stop us. That is a big dog way of doing things. And that's America, baby.
doing Trump? You just have to do Trump.
Trump, listen, if Trump was in office, yes.
Y'all talking, y'all going off, bro. Y'all going off on the tangent. Y'all going off on the tangent. Y'all really going off on the tangent. I cannot allow y'all to keep interrupting
Gaza
stuff.
has been happening since the 1940s. Every president has oversaw the destruction of the Palestinian people. Russia and Ukraine started because Donald Trump wasn't in office.
Zena, go ahead and activate godlike power.
Let's forget.
Yo, problem, go ahead and activate godlike powers real quick.
Let's not forget Donald Trump fumbled 2 coups. He fumbled Venezuela and he fumbled Chile. Both coups he could not do. Barack Obama would have done them well.
Him
Joe
too.
Biden would have done them well. So stop. Come on, bro. The man's not built for the international wars. That's facts. Joe Biden is. And he can't even stay awake. So come on, stop it. Stop.
So how did that reflect what we talking about?
Under Trump at all. He's the only one that no new wars started that we were ever involved in under Trump.
If you're calling Gaza a war that just started, you're misinformed. Gaza's been around since the 40s. Every president has overseen what's been going on in Gaza. Russia, Ukraine started because Donald Trump wasn't in office. Because he knows, Vladimir Putin knows he can go to Donald Trump and say, I want this much of Ukraine. Joe Biden said, you can't take Ukraine. Ukraine is Ukraine. It's a single sovereign nation. Stop. Come on, bro. Let's really open our eyes now. This isn't a man who's good at negotiating. This is a man who's good at giving things up.
People say that Trump started no new wars, but do they know for the Israel-Palestine conflict that Donald Trump moved the U.S. embassy for Israel to Jerusalem? So I don't know. He was kind of sowing the seeds of this conflict. And you're so surprised.
Every president before him had promised to do that. They had promised to do that for Israel, and they backed out of it right after they got elected. Clinton promised it. Bush promised it.
They knew what would happen.
They promised it, and they backed out.
Exactly.
And the whole thing is like with Afghanistan. Trump, before he didn't get reelected, he said that he was going to pull out of Afghanistan. He told the leader of the Taliban and said, we're going to pull out of Afghanistan and you're going to let us. If you harm one person on our head, we're going to kill you. The translator would not translate that. He pulled a picture of his house out of his pocket, a satellite photo, and put it on there and said, TikTok for your language, please. You can come back.
Conspiracy.
You got
Conspiracy.
TikTok for your language. You can come back, but you got to use TikTok for your language.
Hold on, real quick. Because either I don't have the setting or I don't know how to find it. Zena, how do I drop people down?
Oh no, hold on, wait a minute. Did I give you that power?
Okay, so I don't know if you have.
I got it. I got it.
So basically, what
There you go, problem. You got it. You got it now. Just click on it now.
I'm just telling them how to do it. I'm just telling them.
I had never gave it to him. That's the problem.
Yeah, pretty much. You just click on any profile that's on the box. It gives you a whole list of options to mute all that stuff. And then the little X on there, and it'll give you
I see it.
okay, there you go. And then also, also you gotta remember to people in the comments, if you're asking to come up and the mods cannot see you, it's because you're private. Only the host can bring you up, and that is up to the host if he wants to bring you up. So, but he had told the Taliban he was going to, take retaliatory action, bad action, if he had harmed any Americans, and he pulled a picture out of his pocket of a satellite photo of the Taliban leader's house and said, "Don't harm any of us." And up until the point where he did not get reelected, they were understanding that, and they would not have touched us. And then he did not get reelected, and when we tried to, try to go out of it, that's when all the chaos happened in the airport, and those 13 members lost their lives and everything else. So, I mean, Trump had more of a respect from fear from other leaders too. So, and I understand the thing that I understand, Tango, what you were saying that the Israel-Gaza conflict has been going on for a long time, but I believe there was a ceasefire in effect during that time, and then once he came out, Hamas violated that yet again. So it was more of a fear out of respect thing because they saw that Trump was serious when he moved the embassy. That Hamas was not going to attack those. They're like, okay, this guy's serious. They respected him because they feared him more. They didn't think they thought he's no BS. He's going to do something. So they waited until he left, and then they viewed Biden as weaker. So, but yeah, that's all I got.
Because Zayn said that no woman respected as a leader, and Queen Elizabeth II was ruled for I think 70 years or so. And yeah,
her position demanded it because it was a crown and it was the only monarchy left. Her position, like over time, it had gained that huge amount of respect. That if she took that position, then she, that just I would say that, position alone is what made her respected, and then they respected her as a woman throughout her rule.
I was just making a point that women can be rulers. And
We never said that.
You know, no,
We
bro.
never said that women could be rulers. We're saying that when women are ruling, right? Hear me out. And this is exactly why. A lot of the reasons why women do not like talking to men, because y'all don't listen. Okay? I said, this is what I said. I said, as a woman, we are going to get challenged because we are seen as weak. There have been plenty of times before any of us were ever born that Queen Elizabeth was in wars simply because they did not like the fact that she was a woman ruling. Just because she is the queen does not mean right, that she doesn't have full power, because before Parliament can do anything, they have to go through the queen. They have to go through the monarch or whoever is in charge, whether it be the king or the queen. It doesn't matter. So please, I need you to listen. If Kamala becomes the president, there are going to be plenty of countries, including a country like Russia, who is a superpower when it comes to the military, to challenge us because we have a woman for a president. This has happened in the Netherlands. They literally have a woman as a prime minister in the Netherlands. Any country that has a woman as a prime minister or president gets challenged way more than there is a man in office, because women are seen as weaker and we are seen as over emotional because we are women and we are the ones who give birth. This is not to say that I don't think that women are not capable at all of ruling. I just know the reality of how women are looked at in the world. As me, as a woman, it's not about the perception. It's the reality. At the end of the day, this whole entire world is literally a patriarchy. Literally, I don't understand how y'all keep saying
people's perception.
No, it wasn't. In certain places in Africa, it wasn't a patriarch. It was a matriarch.
The whole entire continent of Africa was never a patriarchy until the white tea patriarchy came in. White tea patriarchy is only 12,000 years old. We are a human race that has been around for over 300,000 years, right? If it's only been 12,000, if patriarchy is only 12,000 years old, how much older do you think egalitarian or matriarchy is? Like, let's say
300,000 years.
I said 200. About 300,000 years. Yes, scientifically, Homo sapiens have only been around for about 300,000 years. Zane, historically throughout history, all the way back to the beginning of human beings, women have always been viewed as the nurturers and the caretakers, and men have been viewed as the hunters. It's in the social construct of everyone throughout history. It's not because women. No, it's not because in a matriarchal society, everybody is either a hunter or gatherer or a nurturer. Just because you're a man does not mean that you cannot be nurturer, and just because you're a woman does not mean you cannot be a hunter, gatherer, protector. This is one of the main reasons why. This is one of the main reasons why we are regressing as a human race. The whole of nature Hold on, wait. The whole of nature is literally egalitarian or matriarchal, because it's the females
that are either the protectors or the hunters, and the men, the males, are the ones who are the nurturers. They're the ones who are either staying back to take care of whatever offspring it is, than anything else. Like, I don't understand why y'all want to keep putting this hunter gatherer protector thing. And y'all think that's not making us regress, because there's too many men who are literally saying, as Shannon said, that they are out here saying that women deserve to be in the kitchen. And like, what's happening? Shannon, please tell me what's happening. What's happening?
Can I say response here real quick? Can I respond to you real quick? So if we have a draft tomorrow, do you think that women should be drafted?
Anybody who is eligible to be drafted will be drafted. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman.
Do you think that a woman should be drafted to go fight in the front line?
If it's anybody who is eligible to be drafted, and the draft only counts for those who have already signed up for the draft, who are active military. So it's either man or woman.
Men can only. Right.
Well, it's
These guys attempt just to save our species. Let's just think about it that way, right?
in an attempt to save
your species, right? Let's just think about it just simplistically like that. What would your decision be if I want to protect my country and the longevity of childbirths? Because if you look at what happened in Russia, right, their population before World War II was like 175, 180 million people. After World War II, all their men went and fought, right? They came back. Their population still today has not reached what it was then before World War II because of how many soldiers and men were sent off to go die. Now imagine adding women to that, the ones who could actually bear children. So just I think if we look at it from a different angle, possibly we may change our minds on some things when it comes to sending women off to go fight. Personally, wouldn't want to go send a woman that
This argument is null now because we have women in the military now. See, before in the drafts, we didn't have women in the military. Now we have women on the active front line now.
just being.
We've had women in the draft since after World War II.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we've had women in the draft. It may not be now. I will say it probably won't be a lot of women in the draft. It'll definitely be women in the draft. This is not. I mean, I can't. No, there were women in the front lines fighting.
Let me add a little bit of balance. Hold on, wait. Let me add a little bit of balance because I've been quiet a little bit. Just to try to add a little balance here. I don't know if y'all know the birth rates are down everywhere because women are choosing themselves. There's a lot of women that don't want to be with a man. If they choose to just live alone and want to go to the military and choose to go fight, then that's fine. Go, focus on the woman who wants to be with a man. But like when it comes to a war, right? Especially a world war, I think it's best for everybody to participate in the best way they can. Going to war ain't always going as infantry. There's other ways to fight a war without being on the ground in it. But you have different kinds of ways that people fight. Some will be making food for the soldiers. Some will be fixing the equipment. Some will be making grenades. All that goes in fixing the equipment. I don't understand why this whole notion that women need to stay behind is still here. Like, I don't understand it. I get what you're saying, I guess in the survival of the species context. But if you look at a male lion and a female lion, the female lion is the hunter. The male lion is the one who stays back with the cubs.
I totally agree with you, except where I do kind of disagree is as far as who is fighting. I think the things that you described earlier, as far as how they would participate and what you agreed with, that was participation in preparing for a fight, not so much an actual physical fight. I think what I'm referencing is an actual physical fight with guns and on the front lines.
We have women pilots, though. We got women.
I think that's where I think there's a big difference there. We can all agree
We have women infantry soldiers and women pilots. Am I tripping?
No, we certainly do. No, we certainly do. There's no.
It's a very small percentage.
Hold on, wait a minute. No, hold on, Jesse. Blue Pill. How much do you know about World War II?
A little bit.
Okay. How much do you? So
How did we even get here, bro?
We got here because
How did we get here?
women were in working fields during World War II. Hold on. So how we got here, Shannon, is I asked Jesse a question, and it was toward the men, right? And I'm gonna give you a little recap because I know you're kind of confused, but we got here because I asked Jesse a question if he thought that women were a threat to him, right? He said no. And I explained that that pretty much the whole entire world sees women as not a threat. So if Kamala
in a
were
context.
to be able, hold on.
I'm sorry. It's in the
If-
context of
So if Kamala were to be elected as president, the world would try to find a way to undermine Kamala at any point in any necessary because they would see Kamala as weak because she's a woman, especially as a black woman. Buns basically said, Queen Elizabeth was ruling for 70 years, and she didn't get any type of pushback or anything. We did that, and then we got here because I think it was Blue Pill that asked about the draft. If the draft, what happened would women be drafted? And I said yes, they would. And what I said was anybody who was eligible as active duty in the draft, because that's what it says now. It used to say just men, but now it says if you're active duty and you signed up for the draft, you will be drafted. Not all of them will be drafted. There will be some people there that will be drafted, and some of them will be men, most will be women. Some of them will be women, most will be men, and that's how we got here.
Didn't I already block you, John? Hey, get that spammer because I don't.
Say something?
appreciate recap.
Well, hi. No, sorry. I mean, the whole notion in general that women are not a threat is so deeply ingrained in the way that people are turned into this, like, the indoctrination of that thought is crazy to me. And I think this is exactly why so many policies that have been placed recently have been pushed forward and pushed through because of this notion that women are not a threat. And as the host had mentioned previously, like, birth rates are low. If y'all keep thinking that women are not a threat and only thinking in the sense of combat and war and things like that, when you look at other countries that have women leaders who are doing better than us in a lot of other ways, it's kind of, I think, comical to sit here and say that women are not a threat. They're not something to even be worried about.
It's states. I think if we're gonna like zero in, I think on the United States.
Why do y'all constantly hold on? Wait, brother. All of us are grown. Can a person be allowed to where there's a man, woman, freaking whatever your pronouns are? Can a person finish their sentence? Because this is when you do that, it's gonna be a rebuttal, and then everybody starts jumping in, and then it's chaos. And I don't want to mute people or none of that stuff. Bree, can you please finish your point? Go ahead. You can start over because now I forgot.
No, it's okay. I mean, I just essentially feel like that's part of the huge reason why this is such an uphill battle for Kamala. One, she's a woman. One, she's a woman of color. And so the idea that she has to put a man on her ticket, which she most likely will because of the optics of everything, right? Because the very optic that she is a woman and she can't be in control of, the codes and this and that and the third, and if we go to war and blah, 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 like it's, again, comical to me. When most of our war now, most real wars in this modern time are already occurring. They're being fought through trade. They're being fought through a lot of other key decisions and policies that are allowing just so many things to happen in the background that everyday person, if you're not really concerned with policy or politics, you're not going to know because it's every day something is getting pushed forward that works against our country, that works against a regular person's dollar and promotes the rich. So when we talk about women not being able to do this in war and physical and combat, if it gets to combat, that's like the final straw. That's the end of the line or the last thing any of us want because they will take advantage of whoever is willing to sign up and put their body in the way to protect these rich people who caused this war to begin with. And that's woman, man, whatever you identify as. So it's kind of comical to say like, oh, well, it won't matter. This is exactly the concept that stopped it from happening back in the day, or why we see women are being assaulted. And there's men who get assaulted in the military. It's just, again, a very comical discussion when a lot of the war that happens is on your water. We have a war right here in our country that targets lower income neighborhoods, lower income areas. Water is not clean. The situation happening in Sudan, Congo, all those things, those are also war-related things, and those are decisions that are in place, not people going and shooting guns. It's people in power making those decisions that would affect a war. I mean, you could have a woman scientist who makes a bomb that has nothing to do with actually being a physical bomb. It could be a gas or something released in the air, or way to poison your food.
war is not always pow, 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 pow. And the more that you, not just you, not to say you in particular, but men or people who think like that, because there's women who feel that way, who feel like women can't be empowered. It does not help us. It makes us continue to look like we're stuck in the past, that we're behind, when you have other countries who are moving forward or moving on from that. So we have to also change our mindset. And I really wish we were just not so indoctrinated as a country to view that way. And Trump is bringing that back. A lot of the people who support him are bringing that whole 50s notion back, that mom in the house, wife in the house, kids in the house mindset that is really just poisoning our ability to be better as a country. I'm done.
All right,
Can I,
so
can I have one thing to say about that?
I'm going to leave. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
And
appreciate it.
do you think that Hamas feels women as a threat? Because there is not a single female fighter in the Middle East and during the Israel and Hamas conflict.
No, Jesse, we're not going to talk about that. We're
Well,
not
I'm saying
talking about that.
that society,
We are
it's
talking about
society. Not just ours.
We'll drop
You
it.
know,
We're not talking about that. But
Oh my lord.
I'm saying, it's just-
no, we're not.
Hold on, don't drop him. Hold on. Wait a minute. Don't drop him. 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 Don't drop him.
Just saying,
Can you?
it's not just our country.
I never said it. I never said.
I totally agree with a lot of things that you said. I think we were just getting acute when it came to the draft, as far as what would transpire if there was a draft. And yes, that's just a band-aid on not even getting to the underlying root symptoms that we're all experiencing here. And that's a massive separation that's ongoing. You know, that we're being attacked in every way, trying to separate people, blue, red, left, right, this, that. They're just more divisive forms to separate us more. So I totally agree with you there. That in response to that, that was just again, kind of getting an acute, idea of what it would look like if. Anyways, not to digress when we're talking about Kamala Harris. I think that that's going to be something that gets brought up against Kamala. That she's going to have to defend either way, whether it's Trump or Kamala. They both are going to get berated on both sides extremely heavily. And I think that Kamala is going to play the card more than likely that it's because I'm a woman. And I don't necessarily think that that's why, me personally, I can't speak for anyone else besides myself. I personally don't think that I view Kamala as weak, especially in her power, or any other woman who's in power like that, or any other woman in general. And I think there's so many men who feel the same way, that just because you're a man or a woman, that we don't view you as being weak whatsoever. And I don't think it has anything to do with that for the mass population in the United States. I hope it is that way. I would like to think that other people are like-minded in that respect, but I mean, I still think that.
Have you met America?
That's all. I'll be like.
There's online America, and there's people who are in my neighborhood, and there's people. So it depends on what America you're talking about. If you're talking about online America, yeah, that's disgusting.
But wait. Time out. Oh, go ahead, Pablo. What were you saying?
To contend the opposite. I think online is giving people the impression that the left is far more progressive than in reality, right? So yes, there's absolutely a extreme vitriolic side of the internet that also has the other side of that. But I think that's why I said, I think in real, actual life, most people have these inherent biases that, whether or not they vocalize, tend to sway their judgment at the end of the day. I think that even though you're correct, there are a lot of reasons people may not like it, right? There are other reasons besides the woman thing. There are other reasons besides her being a person of color. However, those are also contributing factors, right? Like, multiple things can be true, is I think that's a good point that people miss, right? It's that, yeah, you can look at it, and where people might have excused one or two of these things, the compilation of all of these factors is why they ultimately are like, yeah, I'm not voting for her, right? Like, her being a woman, they may have been like, you know what, okay, her being a minority, it may have been like, okay, this. But yes, she obviously was able to circumnavigate the primaries, right? So there's that factor. There is the factor about how she navigated her career as a prosecutor, and people view that as a negative, right? So there are definitely other factors, but I think what they're saying is that you cannot ignore people's internal biases, which do include racism, which do include misogyny. So yes, those other factors exist, and that's nobody's saying those aren't reasons they may not vote for her, but we're saying please don't discount people's internal biases because they exist as well.
The biggest reason that she would lose is literally because she's a woman. I don't know why this is hard to understand. Just look at the rhetoric that we've always said. Look at the rhetoric that gets pushed out in the quote unquote manosphere. Get your ass back in the kitchen. Shut the fuck up. Why you don't talk when a man's talking. Don't even like listening to a woman when she's talking anyway. That's the majority. That is the fucking majority of men in America or even in all places of the world, bro. I'm telling this ain't anybody who can sit here and say that that's not the fucking case. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Well, do you mind if I ask you where you're from? Like, what general area are you from?
I'm from H-Town. I'm from Houston, Texas, where niggas pimp out women.
Okay, so I think that there's a. I mean, you probably obviously know this is a big. Well, most people live in cities in the United States anyway, so there's no doubt about that. But I guess it's where you're from. I mean, I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised that way.
Can I say something?
I wasn't raised that way. Wait, that has nothing to do. Me being raised that way. Okay, it's been in music, it's been in movies, it's been the culture. Go ahead.
Sorry, this is a really valuable statistic, right? I'm going to mess up the numbers, so I'm not going to say this specifically, but there is it's a strong percentage that somebody a woman, has been assaulted, right? And that there's also a strong percentage that someone who has done that assaulting on any degree, right, of what that scale looks like. So I say that to say that when we say things like, no, it's because you're in a city or it's because you're here, I live in a suburb in Virginia, right? I'm well aware of how it can visibly seem because we're not as community based as we think we are. We're not raised to be communal in this country. That's cultural. And so when you really, unfortunately, look at how easy it is to kind of say, well, I wasn't raised that way. I think it's great that in some degree you're not aware of how these things occur or how women or men can be affected in this way. But at the same time, it is statistically very much common knowledge if you don't know, you don't know, but that we know that there is a huge amount of men who do not like women, period. This has been proven. Like, these are things that people partake in online, in group conversation, that women's position outside their household is not one that is viewed as something that's positive. So I agree that, yes, a huge reason why she may not win is because of the fact that she's a woman. But it also is to look at the fact that people also have a lot of other things going on. I've heard people, even white women, come out their mouth and say they want a woman president, they want them white first. I've heard that from someone's mouth. So it's like, yeah, you may not be hearing that, but we don't hear all the conversations people have at their dinner tables at their homes when they go home at night, when they're sitting there and they can finally unveil the mask of what it is to not be under the public eye, right? So
Exactly.
Even the thing with like, and I know you said you don't want to talk about Hamas, but even that, right? To say, oh, well, did they do that? You're talking about culture. That's a country that culturally has shown little advancement for that. Not even, that's like a whole different side topic. So to bring that up is to make a comparison is pointless, right? And to even connect to Hamas to Kamala Harris, she is a mixed and biracial woman who is married to a Jewish man, a white Jewish man. And so there's a very powerful reason why she was on as VP when Biden ran. He knew the markets that he wanted to target. I even said something about, I really hope that people start to focus in and understand that from this position, Kamala has to be really, really careful about how she moves forward because we know that she's a woman. We know people are going to hate her for that. But more importantly, there is a large amount of voters who she really needs who don't like the fact that she was aligned with Biden or showed so much a kind of passive nature towards everything that just happened in the past, 10, 12 months, right? So she has a lot of other things to worry about than her just being a woman on a ticket. And if she gets on stage and makes it about her being a woman, that's not going to work for a lot of people as well, because we can't have a nominee come in and just keep running on the fact that they're not Trump.
All right, so hold on. So listen, I am finna end it, but I'm gonna let y'all get y'all last. I'm gonna let Jess get his last one because he never got to finish his point. Try not to bring up Hamas, but go ahead and make your point. If you bring up Hamas, that's fine. I'm gonna let it slide.
The point I was trying to make was that culture does not view women as strong as men. that culture can also be a threat to us. If we put a woman in there, that culture is going to view the entire country, no matter how we view women. We could be equal. We could be women the best we could. That culture that is a threat to us is going to view us as weak. That needs to change, and we can't change that. So I'm just trying to say that whole thing. There's other people. It's very deep within cultural backgrounds that there are some cultures you will never change, and sometimes we have a woman, they will attack us just because we have a woman president. I mean,
you're still proving my point that misogyny is all over the world. That's everybody.
Not just in America though, throughout the entire world.
But it doesn't defeat my point. It doesn't defeat my point. Like
that was mistaken. I thought it was just about here in this country that was the argument.
No, we would never pretend misogyny or racism only exists in America. That's quite insane.
Yeah.
Quick question for all before we jump off.
Can I just own myself?
What?
Quick question here. Do you think that people in today's age, as far as the masses of voters that are going out, do you think that people tend to vote more so for what they don't like, the opposite of what they don't like, or do you think that people gravitate in this day and age to vote for what they do like?
They vote for comfortability, regardless of whether
Those two options. Do you see what I'm saying? Like those two options. Do you think that people gravitate towards voting on something the opposite of what they don't like? Is that more powerful, or is it more powerful to vote on someone you do?
I think everybody votes on comfortability. I don't know if I can vote. I don't know if I can frame it in those two options. I would want to say what they like, but I don't believe it.
No, it's not.
I think that people are voting out of negativity towards the opposite than they are. And I think it says something about our population.
No, that's not what they're voting for.
I think
Culture is a driving force.
What you say, problem?
Yeah, hatred is the driving force, but we have to understand, like America. Let's really be 100% here. America has been comfortable for a very, very long time. America votes for comfortability. Whoever the candidate is that makes them the most comfortable, they will go for, regardless of whether they're a felon or not. We've got to be for real here.
I am.
That's really congruent. Real quick. This is because that's congruent with your point, right? If you find a woman you're not comfortable with her leading because you think that will make us look weak, then it's still a negative force. But your uncomfortability with her makes you vote for the other person. So that's why I said it's kind of it is compatible with what you're saying.
Apologize.
Sorry, I was saying if we voted for comfortability, then we wouldn't have voted for a lot of the past presidents. No offense. Like if that was really the case, if we really cared about our true comfort and what comfort looks like, we would not have voted for a lot of. Trump would never be in office. He's not there because he's comfortable or because he makes people comfortable.
He's literally there
because if you're uncomfortable with the other candidate, then even if you're not necessarily quote unquote comfortable with Trump, you will vote for him because you are not comfortable with the other person. So by default, that is still expressing some level of comfort.
To me, it's not. I guess for me, it's like I don't see it as. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily negativity. I guess you could say it is because unfortunately we do live in a two-party system, so we only have the two options. This is why you're seeing so many people who are saying, "Well, I just won't vote at all." That's not being comfortable.
It's a one-party option now because they didn't even give you guys the option.
What?
Anyways, I'm saying regardless, we do have a two-party system, right? Democrats, Republicans, two wings, same bird. Two wings, same bird. So whatever. What I'm saying is that you have to understand when people go and they vote, voting for comfort would look like something completely different. And I don't comfort and negativity, being content versus to me, those aren't the same. People are very much negatively influenced. We're a negatively charged country. We are desensitized to violence. All these things that go on in this country, even the world, right? They do influence how we vote. So having a showman get out there and really say, I love the idiots and I love he talks so real. Oh, he's wearing ear patches. It really feels like we're watching episode of Black Mirror and Idiocracy combined. It makes no sense. But if we vote for comfort and we actually care about the comfort of people and ourselves, it's not even about him making them comfortable because Trump is nothing like these people. He's nothing like them. They don't listen to him. He has no background.
I mean, if you really want, yeah, they may not come from the same financial background, but as far as character, oh, he's a lot like a majority of a lot of white teen men in America. So, like, I mean, we gotta be for real here. We like if we are looking at right 64% of the population, which is white teen people, and a little over half of that is men, right? The comfortability of white teen men is what most white teen women and white teen men are going to vote for, and other people of color who are also voting in Republican or whatever party that they're voting for that has the head for a white teen man. It has always been about comfortability. If it wasn't, the America would have never been founded on the way that it was founded. Like we got
Will ever be able to, Zena, do you think we'll ever be able to outgrow the past? Be able to move on from that?
Hell no.
the way that we can do that, the way that we can do that, Blue Pill, is that we constantly talk about what needs to change in order for it to change. Like we can't just sit here and say, "Oh well, if you stop talking about racism, it's not going to change. If you stop talking about misogyny, it's not going to go away. If you stop talking about patriarchy, it's going to go away." That's not how, because people didn't talk about the Holocaust for over 4 years before it was actually taken care of, and then they had to talk about it and do something about it. So, like,
ironically, the smaller cost actually was publicized and first written about the very first article in the 1901, I believe.
no, that was something totally different. That was something totally different. That had nothing to do with the Holocaust. The Holocaust did not start getting any recognition until like 1930. 1940. I think 1942.
He's
Actually sent me the articles for the London Times and the New York Times and everywhere across the whole entire world was reporting on it. The very first article was written in 1901. The very first mention of the word Holocaust came in around 1920. And the very first time 6 million Jews got mentioned was in 1904. And then 6 million Jews got mentioned for 30 years before Hitler.
Jewish people, please.
Before Hitler,
Jewish people.
Before Jewish people, right? Before Hitler.
And you have to face
All right, so look. We gonna end it for the night. I appreciate everybody on the panel. We gonna try to do. Go ahead.
Islam and being a Muslim, they are very, very, very deeply misogynistic, right? Very. So like just because they don't have a woman in the ranks fighting, that does not mean they see them as weak. They just don't believe that women should be in any position of any type of power. They actually revere the women, but they just don't see them as like. So like, yeah, it's yeah. Islam is very, 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 very misogynistic. It's extremely. So.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all on the panel. Man, y'all stay safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be encouraged in Jesus' name. I'm out.
All right, bro.
All
Thanks.
right. Yes, sir.
Take care.
You too. Good night, YouTube. Appreciate y'all for joining me.